everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve, this is Everyday Artist, and welcome. And this is Rogue, and Hank just jumped on the couch. There he is. Say hi, Hank. Camera shy again? He's a big dog. Rogue decided to go to greener pastures. So it is my last video of July, I think. The month is slipping by. I can barely keep track of the days. I have some finishes. I have some whips and plans for August. So first, before I show you my finishes, I'm going to show you my crochet so I can get it out of the way. I've been working on this owl, and I don't understand the instructions for this part to change to the solid color. I picked something that was actually a different color. I think it's going to look great once it's done, but it's driving me bananas. I keep reading the pattern and reading. I think I'm going to have to contact the people that made the pattern and go, what? Or just make it up. I don't know. And then I showed you this part last time of, I didn't show you the patterns, did I? No. Well, the first one is by, pardon the rustling, My Fingers Fly. I don't think I'm going to put tufts exactly like that, but I'm right here. I know mine doesn't look like that, but that's where I am. I'm right here, adding this solid color to the rest of it. You know, the gray looked really good with that yarn when I held it up when I was buying it, but now it doesn't look so good. But anyway, that's what this owl is. And sorry, I'm trying to get something out of this drawer, and everything, of course, wants to come instead of just what I want. Oh, sorry about the noise. And this is for this. Rogue deserted us. She went to another room. Here she comes. Anyway, this is the bottom right here. And I finished, this is by Carol Haddock Designs. I finished this part, which it's going to go like this. So the toilet paper will sit here and this goes behind it. Well, without the gaping hole, of course. So that's where I am on that. Then I make the arms, which go all the way around. And by the way, sugar and cream yarn is so hard to work with. No wonder my sister has a big thing of that and never has done it. All right, I have some crochet haul. This is by My Fingers Fly. It's the same basic leaf pattern, only I see now in this picture, because it's better, that I made the leaves not as good. So I'll make them more like this on this pattern. This is a toilet paper cover. Now the owl called for pantyhose. Pantyhose have not been in my house for more than 20 years. So I didn't even know if they still made them. I mean, that's how long. And I'm sure they do. I'm sure there's people that wear them. But not me. So I have to buy pantyhose for that. And it's so that the stuffing doesn't show through. I might use something else. I don't know. But this calls for a curler, I think, so that you can make this curve. A curler. I don't think you can buy just one. I'll look at the link that she provided. But I love flamingos. So when I saw that, I went, okay, I like that. The reason I didn't consider anything like that for my son is that there was no way he would put that in his bathroom. But I would. And the other is, considering these for Christmas, probably this one for my nephew, but maybe Chewbacca. We'll see. And this is by Sassy Wolf Crochet. These are called Galactic Space Adventure Character Glasses Holder Bundle. I went ahead and got because they didn't sell these individually, so I went ahead and got the bundle. I don't know anyone that wants Leia. But these two are cute. This is supposed to be a Darth Vader character, and then of course these two are supposed to look like stormtroopers. But we'll see. And then on to my cross stitch, which is the bulk of what I'm going to talk about today. Well, the dogs decided to go outside. I'm going to have to pause again to let them in, because they decided to go in the backyard instead of in the dog area. Long story. Anyway, I have two finishes. I have OMG Tree, Dirty Annie's. I did not put the embellishments on because I need to iron this and decide what I'm going to do with it. Then I'll put them on and then I'll FFO it. But I don't want anything to happen to them, like, come off or anything like that. So I'm finished with that one. And then I'm so excited. I finally finished this one, also by Dirty Annie's, Winter Reindeer. Oh man, I did most of this during the midsummer stitch, and I finally said, just buckle down and do it. I mean, I would get so tired of that white, but just because it was so tedious going in between those things and making sure I got them all right. There were sometimes I was coming back for another pass. I went, oops, I didn't cross that one. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm very happy because I love this. I love this. I can't wait to have it up at Christmas. And I have a new start. I saw this on Shady Grove Stitchers Flosstube. This is a free pattern by Silver Creek Samplers, Dog Days. And she did hers without the words. I'm thinking about that. I didn't have a great big finish on it, so didn't get a great big start on that. This is where his tongue is going to be lolling out, and this is where his collar is. So that's the front of the dog there. The dogs have decided to rejoin me. Okay, so I'm not remembering where this was the last time I showed it to you. Winter Deer by Tiny Modernist. I did some back stitching on it And I think I already changed the color of the head, and I might even have started the antler, but I put on his nose and his eye because it was looking creepy. So I finished that part. And this is Under the Sea temperature chart designed by myself for our Etsy shops at Three Sisters Creative. And we are almost done with July. Stop. Stop. Sorry, that's the dog, Hank. Stop. So this is as of Friday. It got cool for a couple of days. Those orange days, that's below 100. So one of them is like 93, which was really cool for us. We had rain a couple of days, so that cooled things down. And my last whip, I'm not sure if I showed you this last week, how far I'd gotten, but this is how far I am. I know I worked on it a couple of weeks, so I don't remember if I showed it to you at this stage, but I did want to show you how much extra fabric is on here. Plenty of space, right? That becomes important a little later. Okay, so for August, the two patterns, I'm going to adjust this, it's a little crooked. The two patterns that I plan to concentrate on, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to get done with the eye surgeries and everything, but hopefully things will be clearer afterwards. So, never know. Phoenix Biscornu by Tiny Modernist. And I have completed the front part of it, and I'm just working on the back. So the back is not much more than that. Looks like that. Very little on the back. So just the corners. And the other one I plan to, it's not really a whip. I've had this for a very long time. I did Falalamingo, and I wanted to do that one as well. There's a third one which I don't have the pattern for, and I may or may not buy it. I want it. It's not that I don't want it, because I love flamingos, but just, I'm not positive. These were gifts to me. Maybe somebody can get me. I had 3 of them, but 2 were the same. So, and I have plenty more of that fabric. So it was done on 32 count Lugana in splash mint with white dot. And so I plan to do the second one with the same fabric. But I'm calling that a whip because I want to have them both. So for Whip Go, my new starts that were called was Honey Bunny. This is by Stitching with the Housewives. And I just realized I stacked these in the wrong order. So bear with me a minute here. And Pueblo Pottery number 8, and this is by Southwest Decoratives. And I plan on doing this black one. These are wedding vases from Avenue, Rain, and Rainbird. Those are the names of the design. They're from different pueblos. Let's see. Rainbird is Hopi. Santa Clara is the black one. And I knew that because we used to go over there and we had a couple of black vases from there. And Acoma is the Rain wedding. This one is Rain. I like all three of them. I plan to do all three of them eventually, but in August I plan to do the Santa Clara one. Avenue wedding vase. The reason they're called a wedding vase is because a wedding is two people becoming one, so they have the two openings that lead to one pot. And when I was looking for fabrics for that, I have this steel color that I showed you. It's not steel, it's called silver. That I showed you last time for that I bought for that kit to replace that fabric with the kit. Or I have this neutral. This is these are both 14 count ivory. But I think I'm going to do it on this. I don't care if all three are on the same fabric. I think they should be for fabrics that go with the design. Because I wouldn't necessarily put them in the same spot. 14 count, the pattern is 2 1/8 inches by 3 1/4 inches, so they're not big. I mean, this one. Rain is the biggest one. That one's 4 1/8 inches by 6 1/4 inches at 14 count. And Rainbird is in between. So I think I'm going to go with the gray, the silver. Now, this. I don't want to do a bunny on black. I know that Priscilla was designing almost exclusively on black. She's done a few things on other colors that they dye themselves. I wouldn't mind putting it on a pale green or even a light yellow. Like, this is a little bit too light, I think, for the bunny to show up. Maybe he would. I'd have to put, but I was thinking at first, I thought, well, that pink that I did the moon on, not with that cup. So I don't want to buy any fabrics right now. I don't really have anything that I don't think that I can dye. And as you recall, I showed you last week that I purchased Frosty's Cafe. Well, it was my Etsy-versary, so I got $5 off if I spent more than $5. And I had been wanting this poinsettia seeds. My mother loved poinsettias, so I wanted that one. Or I can do Mrs. Claus's confectionery. Now, I could do one of these three instead. I really kind of want to do the bunny. I mean, I've had it for a long time. Of course, I want to do all three of these too. But those three, I wouldn't mind doing on black. I could do the bunny on black. What do you think? It's the bunny. That's the Eastery part of it, right? It doesn't have to be on black. I mean, on a light color, pastel color. I don't know. And then for cross stitch camp for August, I will not finish this, I know, but I plan to start by Boomerang Stitches, Ruby-Throated Hummingbird. And I plan to do it on another fabric by Tom and Lily Designs or Creations. I should have the paper here, and I don't. This is 28 count. So I think I can do it. But the problem is, because of the eye surgeries and all that, and this is a larger pattern. It's not huge by any means. It's 100 and, where's my sheet here? 120 by 120. But it does have a lot of open space. So, I don't know. But my first surgery is until almost mid-month, so I can work on it until then, right? And I can start one of the seeds or the honey bunny or the Yakima pattern. I may do that first just because I have more in mind of what I want to do. So that's everything. So my first surgery is on Monday, the 11th, and the second one on the 25th. If I do a Flosstube, it probably will not be on Monday. I might do one on Sunday night. The Monday before, I might just skip that week. We'll see. So I will see you in a week. And I forgot to look at my calendar again. Is it going to be August next Monday? Yes, it'll be August on Friday. Anyway, I will see you then. And hopefully I'll have started at least one thing and get some more work done. So I'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.